Dallas, what would it mean for you to be the first pass rusher taken in the draft?
It'd be an honor. Hopefully I get to take advantage of the opportunity in the next couple of years and stuff like that. It's going to be a blessing.
What teams have you talked to so far?
I talked to a lot of teams. Like yesterday, I talked to the Jets, Commanders, Falcons, and the Seahawks. But I had 12 meetings on my first night, so that was
Have you gotten a chance to talk to the Houston Texans yet? And what would it mean to play for a coach like D'Amico Ryan?
I talked to the Houston Texans my first night, but it was a good experience. Talking to them and stuff like that. I have a lot of guys on that team that I know, so it'd be really cool. The meeting with the Falcons was great, but I got a good conversation with the coaches and stuff like that. We got to know each other more personally and stuff like that. So it was a really good experience overall.
Dallas, you come from St. Thomas Aquinas NFL faculty. What do you think are some of the things that make them so talented and help produce NFL guys?
Honestly, probably just like the culture. They have a real good foundation. They have Coach George Smith that's there. They still have Coach Rocky Harris that's there as well. So, I feel like the foundation, like the structure of the program, kind of makes a lot of great players.
How would you describe South Florida football?
South Florida football is different. The culture is nothing like it. So, I feel like it's like its own little melting pot of like different talents, different type of styles of football and stuff like that. But it's all one. So.
Any talks with the Dolphins? They would it mean anything to you to play for the hometown team?
I didn't get a chance to talk to the Dolphins, but it'll definitely be fire. To play, down the street from where I stay. So it'll definitely be cool.
Dallas, take us through your weight journey while you were in Alabama. What weight were you playing at last year, and what weight did you play at this year, and then how did that maybe change your style?
So the weight journey in Alabama was crazy. Coming in, I was 260 pounds, but that was a COVID-19 260 pounds. So I fluctuated. Played at my freshman year at 240, my sophomore year at 245, and my junior year at 255. But probably the best weight I had was probably my junior year.
What skill sets you thought makes you the best pass rusher?
Probably my athletic ability, my explosiveness, just my versatility, just being able to play off the ball and being able to play on the ball as well. So it's just many things that make me to the player that I am today.
I know you hooped early on. What teams did you play for when you were
I played on the UIBO circuit. So I played for Nike Team Florida, and then later on I transitioned to play for Knight Riders.
Who was on those teams?
I played with Scotty Barnes, so that's a very good man, to play with.
What do you think you got out of that?
Huh?
What do you think you got out of playing with those guys?
Probably just being on like a very high talented basketball team. And I got an opportunity to go to Colorado Springs for the USA minicamp. So just being around a lot of talented guys and stuff like that, it kind of like set my head on like what I wanted to be and like how talented you have to be to get where you want to be in life. So
Dallas, have you met with the Raiders?
No, I didn't get a chance to meet with the Raiders.
Do you plan to?
No, I don't think so.
Back in 2022, between you, Will Anderson, Chris Braswell, you guys pressured quarterbacks almost 150 combined times. What did you learn together, and how did you guys make each other better at Alabama?
Honestly, like every single day, well, first of all, we're close off the field, so we really just had a lot of fun. But we learned off each other and stuff like that. Everybody, all three of us are different in our own type of way. So we kind of just took bits and pieces from each other and just kind of molded into the game that we have now and stuff like that. But overall, we just had fun.
If NFL teams ask you about the hits that knock quarterbacks out, what will you tell them?
Just playing football. That's just how I play. So I don't intend to be dirty or nothing like that on my hits. I just play between the whistles, and I just play 100%.
You get a bad rap for that?
No, I don't
think so. What do you think about Nick retiring? That kind of weird to see him right off in the sunset.
It kind of hurt a lot of people's heart, because a lot of people think that you can coach college football forever. So, but you really can't. But I feel like he opened up a lot of opportunities. Touched a lot of hearts and touched a lot of minds as well. Of the players that he's coached. So.
Did you tell things were a little different this year?
What do you think it was?
So,
one thing you can say you learned from him. What was it?
Probably having the self-discipline that I have now. And, I feel like self-discipline builds a lot of character. And with self-discipline, you can go a long way in life.
Were you surprised, or did things seem a little bit different this year when you started doing the TV interviews every week?
Stuff from my freshman year to my junior year kind of changed a little. But I wasn't surprised, you know. He's been doing it since before I was born, so you know I kind of understood it where he was coming from and stuff like that. So you know, if it was his time to go, it was his time to go.
T-Rob got involved in the defense this year. What did T-Rob bring? I know he's been there a couple years, but I know he got a little bit more involved. What did he bring to the defense?
He brought a lot of juice and swagger. I'll say that. So you know, T-Rob, he is actually like my uncle. So like you know, yeah, like through marriage, but we from the same place and stuff like that. So you know, just being around him, you know, he had everybody accountable, make sure everybody was playing to their highest standard every single day in practice, and that translates to the games.
Will he impact Georgia, do you think? I know he changed schools. Is that going to be something you think we'll see an impact on?
Yeah, I feel like every school that T-Rob been at, you know, he's impacted in a very good way.
How does that self-discipline kind of impact your life on a day-to-day basis?
First you build routines, and then once you build a routine and a schedule, you know, that carries on to like how you go about life and stuff like that. So, you know, I took a lot of things from college, self-discipline wise. You know, it kind of just makes you a man off the field as well. So.
Yeah, like at the next level, you know, you guys talk about developing your plan, things like that, and developing not just your research counter, but just making it over for the first time. How does that change, like when you go to the next level versus the college level?
I mean, obviously the main difference between the next level and the college level is the talent level, of course. But you know, you just always have to have that confidence stuff. You always got to put the work in every single day. You know, because you're a professional at the end of the day, like this is your job. So you know, I feel like that's something that's very important.
Dallas, as the teams are looking at you, I'm sure you're researching them and learning about them as well. What do you know about the Chicago Bears?
The Chicago Bears, they have a very their defense is really, from what I was seeing, their defense is based around their pass rushes and stuff like that. So like you know, being a pass rusher on that team, you know, you get a lot of freedom and stuff like that, and you get a lot of opportunities to make a lot of plays. So.
Do you know much about that roster? I mean, on defense, it's pretty young.
I don't really know too much about it.
Those guys are guys you've crossed paths with.
The only person I was really familiar with was probably Eddie Jackson, because he's a Bama alum. But yeah.
Dallas, you said 255.
Yes, sir.
How do you do it this time of year when some teams going outside linebacker, some guys do you like that weight is versatile?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's probably the best way I can move at, for real. You know, I felt kind of powerful and stuff like that, and like, you know, compared to the 225 my freshman year by the end of the season, you know, and the 255 I had my junior season, you know, it was I could tell the difference for sure in the strength, the power, and the explosiveness and stuff like that. But you know, it felt good playing at 255 my junior, so I feel like that could open up a lot of versatility, and whatever defense, whatever type of scheme I'm in. So.
Felt just as fast.
Yeah, just as fast, even faster in my opinion.
Yeah.
Dallas, anybody in the
260 when he came in at 255?
Yeah, so I came in at I was a mid-enrollee, so I came in May, but I was post-pandemic though, so you know I had the little gut, little chubby face and stuff like that. So I was 260 coming in, and then I lost all that, they call it baby fat at Alabama. So I was 240 by the season, and then I finished by like the national championship, I was 225. So.
Dallas, if you had to pick a top 5 Alabama player from the crib, who would you say?
You got to give credit to the receivers for sure. So, Amari Cooper, C. Red, Calvin Ridley, Pat Surtain for sure, Eddie Jackson, and who was that? And probably, I'll say Josh Jones, my opinion. So.
Is anybody in the league you emulate your game after?
I don't like to say it's one specific person, but I watch a lot of people and like, you know, just takes a lot of bits and pieces of like how they play and kind of mold it into my own way. So like guys like Daniel Hunter, Khalil Mack, Nick Bosa, Trey Henderson, and a lot of the dudes from the Dolphins too, like Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips, and Van Ginkel. So, you know, it's a bunch of guys that I watch and try them out of my game right now.
Where did you learn a lot from Will?
Does that stem from growing up in South Florida? Did you already know him when you were in South Florida?
No, I didn't know him, but I was definitely paying attention to all like the pipeline there was from Tuscaloosa to Brown and Dade County. So like, you know, I paid attention to a lot of those guys, but a lot of those guys were skill guys for real. So, you know, I really feel like I kind of paved the way in a way for, you know, linebacker, D lineman, you know, coming from South Florida, you know, to be in Alabama and do what I did.
How does being a part of winning programs since high school prepare you for a moment like this?
You know, it's just the culture, so I feel like going into this professional level, it probably won't be nothing new for me, in my opinion, because, you know, at Alabama, we trained as professionals. So, like, you know, just like the day-to-day life and, you know, just having a busy schedule all the time, and, you know, just being coached by Coach Saban every day. So, you know, I kind of felt like that kind of prepared me a lot.
Were you surprised when you left?
Nah, not really. I wasn't surprised, but I wasn't. Like, it's kind of a both. So like, you know, from how he was my freshman year to my junior year, I kind of seen like a lot of changes and stuff like that. But like, you know, I was surprised, but like how it went about, I was kind of surprised.
In what ways did you see the changes? In what ways?
Like he probably would have cracked a lot more jokes and stuff like that. It started to be more player led. It was always player led since he's been there, but like you could tell like the players really had a lot to say so, and you know, he was a lot more open to a lot of more ideas and you know what the players had to say and stuff. You know, but it was all good though. You know, he was still the same Coach Saban on the field, of course, but you know, but like you could tell the slight changes though for sure.
What do you say about his legacy?
The legacy that he left at Alabama, I don't think no other coach could do it. For real, in my opinion, you know, all the national championships that he has, you know, all the professional athletes that he had in the NFL and stuff like that, you know, it's unmatched. So you know, like the coach is everything, and the legacy that he set at Alabama is everything.
Dallas, talk to me, you know, a little bit about watching your own film. What would you say is the part that you critique the most about your own film that you feel like can reach a new level at the NFL?
Honestly, I feel like I'm the type of person I can never get complacent. So like even if I have a good game, I'm still always find something that I need to work on and stuff like that. So you know, just really everything. You know, like I try and get better every day. Try and get better than I was yesterday for sure. But you know, it's a whole lot of things I can critique on.
Thanks.